world of beer tours. I'm Beth Anne.
And I'm Leah.
And we have a great lineup for you today.
It's really awesome, and we just want to let you guys know that our Facebook page and our channel have gone live. Woo! We have a total of 30-some likes on our Facebook page.
Whoa! 30?
Yeah.
Dude, I was hoping for like 2. You and me. I don't care if anybody else watches. No, I do care.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
We need all the viewers. All the viewers.
All the viewers.
All the viewers.
Love it.
So you can, of course, go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/WOB tour.
We're finally caught up.
Yes. Finally, after 3 episodes, and they've all been posted, we are now posting this up, and we are on schedule for you guys. It was pretty tumultuous January for us.
It was the snow.
It was all
it's
the
snow apocalypse.
Yeah.
And the polar vortex.
The polar vortex, that's right.
That kept us from you.
On Saturday, it was like 60-some degrees outside.
Oh my god.
I was barefoot.
Yeah, I was back in sandals, and it was glorious.
Now it's 8 degrees.
Oh my god, it's back into another polar vortex. What the hell?
No, I don't think it is the polar vortex. This kind of happens in Columbus all the time, like every year. No matter if the groundhog sees a shadow or not, it'll be, oh, the groundhog saw a shadow, so 6 more weeks of winter, and then it's like, oh my gosh, but we have spring-like things, and then come the 1st of March around this time, last week of February 1st of March, snow. And even if, he doesn't see a shadow, it's 2 weeks of, spring, and it's like, see,
snow.
Told you. And then last week of February, 1st of March, snow. Happens all the time.
I'm from the snow belt, so we still see snow in April and May. So it doesn't matter if the groundhog sees a shadow or not. It's still winter.
Do you like those air quotes?
I do like those air quotes.
All right, on to the beers. This week we are doing the February paddle, and like we mentioned last month, the February paddle is something that they did name out the 4 beers. It wasn't a pick your own paddle.
They told us which 4 to drink, and we drank them.
Yeah. So if you want, we do have a little video for you from our time at the Waiting Lizard with them.
Here's February's paddle. We have Heather's Boulder Nuts Porter, and then we've got the Thirsty Dog Rail Dog, Stone Sublimely Self-Righteous, and then Mashoof. So, as you can see, the Thirsty Rail Dog has a really great head to it, as does the Mashoof. I personally am excited to try these 2 right here, this one and this one. And I have a feeling that Beth's just going to adore that one. So, yeah.
So as you saw, we gave you a great illustration and named all of the ones that we had for the paddle. I was extremely excited for 2 of them.
Which 2?
The first 2.
Of course you were.
Of course I
We
were.
decided to go dark and then light, apparently.
Well, I mean, it is stout season.
IPA season.
Stout season.
IPA season.
Stout season.
Ugh, fine. It's actually, every season.
Okay, so for you guys to know, when a beer brewery releases a particular beer, they will always do so quite early.
Like a fashion design label.
I know that I am one fan of that type of style. But you will see, for instance, Christmas ales out at the end of October, right after, beginning of November. You will
and
see.
At Christmas time, they're all sold out.
Yep.
So therefore.
So then they have to move on to the next season. And just like Oktoberfest, you'll start seeing Oktoberfest as early as the end of
Late
August.
August.
Yeah. Right now, it's the end of February, which in 2 weeks will
leading
be
into spring,
Yep.
which is your pale ales, your rebirthing.
Mm-hmm. You've got the
seasons,
lagers and everything.
Getting into lighter beers.
Yeah. But you've got your great Irish ales for St. Patrick's Day that are coming up, so you've already got a lot of those going on.
Mostly hoppy stuff for
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. So you'll see a lot of like hops and ambers and
IPAs.
Anyway.
Continuing. What do we have here for us today?
We've got the first of the paddle, which was Heather's Nut Porter. I was really excited for this.
Heather's Nut.
Are you going to bust one?
Nice. From Boulder.
Yeah.
However, 5% though.
Yeah. I was okay with that. Last year, I had a beer that was only 3% alcohol, and it was one of the best beers I'd ever had.
Which one was it?
I can't remember. I really wish I had one of their menus from last year. I'm sure that it will come up soon.
It will come back.
Yeah.
It'll come back, and look for it during the fall.
But it was a really great beer. So alcohol content doesn't always dictate flavor or taste or quality of a beer.
When you smelled it.
It was okay. It did smell kind of like Hershey's syrup. And, so you did get those chocolate notes to it. It had a really poor head, though. Didn't last for very long. The clarity was really dark. It was a dark brown.
When I got to it, when I tasted it, I was hit over the head with chocolate.
Yeah.
It was like a chocolate porter almost. And I was just like, bam. So it wasn't all that bad for me.
Yeah, except for me, it was like they let the 5% alcohol really dictate the flavor. It was short, lasting with intensity. It didn't really fill your mouth. It was not really light. It was just bland. I expected so much from this beer, and just it didn't deliver. Next on our list is Thirsty Dog's Rail Dog Smoked Ale,
which is a Schwarzbier. I like saying that because I'm German.
Yeah.
Schwarzbier. It is a very dark beer. Very dark and looked like a stout porter.
Mm-hmm. I was really excited for it. It only had 6.7% ABV up to it.
Only 24 IBUs, so I wasn't that excited for it.
Yeah.
But
definitely a malty, expecting a malty beer. When you looked up at it, it was really cloudy, and I don't necessarily know if it's unfiltered, but it looked like it had coffee grounds in it.
Oh my god, it just looks
I know,
so
when you look at it from
disgusting.
I was not, it was really balanced, it was very earthy smelling.
Okay.
I smelled manure.
You smelled manure in this beer?
Yeah. Not like the ammonia type, but that really earthy dirt kind of smelling almost like a horse barn in the early morning.
Been to many horse barns early in the morning?
Yeah, I grew up on one, thanks.
Alright. Well then.
Yeah.
I didn't. I grew up in the snow belt.
Yeah.
Or in Lake Erie. When you tasted it, it's coffee. Yuck, gross. I did not care for it at all.
Yeah, I was really kind of expecting the chocolate because the description that we were told was that it was supposed to be filled with chocolate, and all I got was coffee. Now, granted, I do like coffee beer. Breakfast stout is one of my favorite stouts of all time, and it's purely coffee, but it has that, has hints of maple syrup and, the roastedness of bacon, and, it was really complex.
Bacon. This one, I got coffee I didn't get coffee. I got chocolate to start with. And then coffee was the aftertaste. And it lasted so long. Yeah. I did everything I could to get that taste out of me. Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah, no. I only tasted coffee, and I tasted weak work coffee.
Ugh.
I know. So it was a no-go for me.
No Starbucks?
No
No
Starbucks.
Seattle's Best?
No.
I know nothing of coffee.
This was Folgers.
Next, we have Stone's Sublimely Self-Righteous, which is a black IPA.
You were really excited for this one?
I was so excited. I love black IPAs. First black IPA I loved was 21st Amendments. It was delicious and everything. So when I saw that this was part of it, this was what I was most excited for.
Nice. When I smelled this, normally hops have kind of a pungent aroma to it. Really astringent, kind of hits your senses. This was a beautiful floral bouquet.
It was so delicious.
Oh, I smelled this. I was really, really loving the smell of it. And then when we had it, love the hops!
Loved it. It was delicious.
I never thought I would say that I loved the hops.
You loved the hops!
I loved the hops. It was so good.
the floral of it, and it was sweet and it had bread. There was a tiny hint of coffee, but I could get over that because it was just, everything else was great. The hoppiness, delicious.
Yeah, it was a great balance. When we say sweet, it's not like a barley wine dessert beer at all.
No.
You just had a nice kind of balancing out, sugary, just lightly coating to kind of cut through the hops of it.
Cut through the bitterness of it.
Yeah.
But the aftertaste of it was hoppy.
Yeah. And it did stay with you for quite some time, but it was really refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, the end part of it, I was just like, yes, I love the hops. But then at the end, I was like, whoa, there's a little bit of coffee.
But you didn't like that.
No, it was probably just like a roast or something that I just didn't like. But it was delicious until that little bit of aftertaste that just reminded me of the beer because it lasted so long.
Yeah, it was really great. So for both of us, a definite recommend. Last on the paddle, we have Mashouf, which is Brasier d'Alchouf. It's from
a Belgian strong dark ale.
Yeah, it was really good. It was slightly darker and it was a slightly dull color, so you're not gonna have that brilliant amber or anything like that to it. The head was very good. It wasn't persistent. It just was nice. Just
stuck around for a while.
Yeah.
But the aroma was pretty faint, and it was still kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Being a Belgian.
Yeah. It was a good one. I wasn't really impressed with it. It was really kind of almost forgettable.
Yeah, at the time, I really did not have a nose for it. Either we were eating spicy wings, and we had just drank a ton of beer, but I just got nothing from it. No. So
I would say it's an 8% alcohol. If you're looking to explore Belgians, given that this is a strong ale, I would definitely put it part of your repertoire, at least to try, so that you get this type of Belgian to go with it. I mean, it wasn't really anything spectacular, but a definite try, simply for the style.
Mm-hmm. It was very light aftertaste, very faint in the carbonation, so it did not leave anything lasting.
Yeah.
It's just a nice light Belgian, something I would want for spring. Not really with this weather right now.
Mm-mm.
I need more dark spiciness.
Yeah, like a
amber ale.
Stout.
No, like an amber ale.
Like a stout.
You know what's coming up? IPAs!
Not yet!
But soon.
Soon.
For like 6 months. IPAs. All IPAs. It's gonna be great! Next on our list, we're going to our beers for two at the Weekend Lizard.
You'll see a lot of the brewery, which is a brewery, like the Mischief that we have today, as a featured brewery for their 2-for-1s, because I know that we've had quite a few of them, and they seem to all come as these, large wine, large wine bottles, 750 milliliter bottles for it. So, and they range. I mean, they've got a really great selection. Let's go ahead and try the Mischief here.
Horrible. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Listen to this being poured.
That sounds like champagne.
That sounds exactly like a champagne. It's got the bubbles for a champagne. It's got the sound for a champagne.
Look at this crystal color going on here. Like, this is way light yellow.
Do you see the carbonation? These bubbles are just going insane.
Is that a little stuff? Is that a little tornado in there?
Do you see that one? Do you see the little thing going up?
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
And look at this head. This head just doesn't quit.
It actually smells like champagne.
A little bit.
Are we drinking champagne?
Kind of hope so.
Cheers. Oh my god, really, is this champagne?
Wow.
It has the most fleeting flavor I think I've ever tasted. Like, it's gone. I don't even need a wash.
I kind of think this is the champagne of beer.
Not the Miller High Life.
No.
This is the true champagne of beers because it's like champagne.
Right here. I would not recommend this beer for this time of the year. This is definitely a celebratory beer, though.
Oh my goodness. What if we took this beer and put some orange juice in it? Would we still have mimosas?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
Do you have any orange juice?
No. I know. Now there is a hoppiness to it, so you definitely get this beer. So it's not like a Miller High Life where, you know, it's just kind of yeasty. There is a little bit
Miller
of
High
hop
Life's
to
just
it.
disgusting.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has no flavor.
Very little flavor.
But it's just the carbonation just kills you at it. So it's like a very dry champagne with the hint of hops.
Yeah.
Our next beer is Heavy Seas Siren Noir.
I'm really excited for this. It's a 9.5%
Imperial Stout with chocolate bourbon barrel aged. This,
Very
I just
excited
knew
for this.
Leah was going to love.
It's a really, really dark color. Not that much of a head to speak of, but it looks like it's a creamy head. That is pure hot fudge.
Oh my god. It's like a hot fudge sundae.
Yeah.
I just want all hot fudge.
Just want to roll around in it.
Mmm. Oh my gosh, delicious.
Oh. This is my kind of stout right here.
This is a delicious stout. Oh.
Oh yeah. It's like it's, you know.
It's like it's welcoming back into stout season, even though it's February.
And
I feel
still stout season.
well, since beers are so early, it feels
It's
like
still stout season.
early January.
Just because they sell spring clothes in February does not mean that it's spring.
And spring beers.
This is true.
What are spring beers? Just want to know.
Ambers?
IPAs?
Not yet.
Oh, that's so delicious.
It's so good. I mean, it's chocolate, it's caramel. You got a little bit of roasted nuts to it. Oh, it is beautiful.
I just want to breathe it in,
Yeah.
drink it in, and roll around in it.
The carbonation is lively, but it's not dull. It's a really dark color, light in your mouth, but man, does that flavor just stay with you.
Oh, the aftertaste is so persistent. I just can't get rid of it. Oh, no.
I don't want to get rid of it.
I don't want to.
Awesome.
I love it.
Mm.
Cheers, Heavy Seas. You pirates know how to make some beer.
Yeah. And last on our tour, we actually, because we did go live, we got a comment on our first video, our Facebook page. It comes from Kana.
Hi, Kana.
She asks and makes a comment about beer glasses and how beers are supposed to be served.
This is a very easy one for us today because I'm drinking out of a regular kind of lager glass that we'll talk about in a smaller one where we talk about the February exclusives or winter's exclusive beers. But this one is a Yingling one, a Yingling Bach one. And it's more for lagers, lights, IPAs, those light craft beers, and where it opens up at the top for a greater head, a better smell.
Stouts will work really well in this. But stouts sometimes you'll see that won't have the bell shape at the top that this does. It might just kind of have a V shape to it. What I have right here is called a sifter. It's for higher alcohol content. The bell of it down here. Some of these will come up, to a more fluted point like this one does, or it'll stop, just right here. So it's almost like a wine glass. So the higher the alcohol content, you'll see a lot in these. This type of glass doesn't support strong heads.
No, but it opens it up for the better tasting, the better aroma of the head.
Yeah.
Because it has that curve that comes out, that has a full body at the bottom and then comes out, so it opens up for the head.
It allows the beer to breathe, such as a wine would breathe. And there are a couple different glasses, like you'll have Steins, and those are those classic beer jug glasses
Which we will have during the fall, most likely.
Yep.
So Leah, when we were tasting beers, we taste them in a small little tasting glass like this, where we make our initial taste and initial sights and smells and tastes of the beer. This is a good sampler size and everything that most sample beers are served in.
Yep.
However, when you're tasting beers that we mostly taste, which are higher alcohol content, the better ones, you almost always want to taste them in a snifter glass. And you were telling me how different the taste was from our tasters to your Le Fin du Monde glass.
Yeah. There were some that just really, when it was, you know, I got a good gist of what it was in our tasting glasses. And then when it came to here, the bouquet just really opens up. When you smell a beer from a bottle, will not smell anything like this. If I were to smell this, the Siren Noir in the bottle,
it's bottlenecking.
Yeah,
literally.
It smells like a stout
and everything. You really need something to open it up.
Right.
And that's what snifters are good for.
Yeah, I smell a little bit of chocolate in this. I definitely don't get the roasted aroma that I get from when it's in the snifter glass. And, you know, the champagne, the Mischief here definitely did better in the lager glass than it did in my glass, because it's not, you know, though it is 8%, it's
you saw the little tornado bubbles in mine rather than yours, didn't you?
Yeah, and it just, this type of glass really is for you know, high carbonated beers and everything. And there's 2 or 3 more types of glasses, I think.
There's the tall Pilsner ones.
Yes, and those will kind of start really small and just kind of go up. There's not a closed neck to it, such as, you know, this or this one. It just kind of, you know, flutes up and out. Hefeweizens will be served in there as well. You will have shorter, stockier, like the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel that we had from the first glass. You will see some of those that are just kind of, you know, stocky glasses. But those are the basic ones. Thank you very much for your question, comment, Kana. We love that. We hope that
excellent.
We hope that everybody else will participate and follow your great leadership example. And we will try to make it a point to explain more about how to properly drink the beers that we are drinking. So, well, thank you very much for stopping with us on the 4th leg of our World of Beer tour. We do want to remind you that this tour and channel is for drinking legal adults only. If you feel that you have a problem with drugs and or alcohol, we have provided links and telephone numbers below so you can get help.
Remember that never should drink and drive. Always drink responsibly and either call a cab, get a friend to pick you up, or just stay at the place where you're drinking at.
Yep.
So have fun, and we'll see you on our next stop.
Don't forget, like our page and subscribe to our page.
We'll see you later. What? Because my boobs are big.
I was thinking, stretched out.
Wow. Wow. Get your mind out of the gutter, Leah. And we've got a great lineup for you today. I thought you turned your phone on silent.
Nope.
Thanks.
Crystal.
Thanks.
Thanks.
That was a great intro.
Yeah, it was really good intro.
I liked it a lot.
I did too.
Every time you fuck up, I'm drinking.
I was wrong. I know. Is that it?
So we sit here. Continue. It's gonna go on.
This is good. I'm not gonna admit how good it is.
You are so gonna make
Maybe the outtakes. Maybe the outtakes.
It's my goal now to point as many times as possible.
No!
Count it!
No! Count it! No! Not putting it in here.
The best part of my ego is it's in your cup.